Hello guys, welcome to Efe's Food Kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to be showing how I make special stir-fry noodles with different twists. I have a special stir-fry noodles on my channel, but this is an updated version. So if you want to see how I made this recipe, please continue watching to the end. Let me introduce you to the ingredients. So in front of you, I'm using this chamoy, this noodles. I'm using chicken thigh fillets. That means all the bone has been taken out. I'm using complete Badia seasoning, which is one of my favorite go-tos. I'm using garlic and ginger paste, soy sauce. This is the dark one. I always like to use the dark one in my stir fries. I'm also using chow mein stir fry sauce. I'm using 2 mixed herbs, ground cumin, which is very good for seasoning chicken, sesame oil, sweet chili sauce, salt. Then I'm also going to be using spring onions. So I'm using 1 onion and 3 Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers. And then I'm using a bit of oil, just a tiny bit of oil, which is not here. So let's start cooking. The first thing I'm going to do, I have some water in this saucepan. So I'm going to put it on the fire. So I'm going to boil the water. So that's what I'm going to be boiling my noodles with. So when this boiled, then I'm going to put the noodles in with a bit of salt. Then I'm going to start with the other things. So my onions and pepper have been washed. So I'm going to be chopping them now. So the onions is cut. So now I'm going to cut the pepper. Whew, okay. Now we have to put it back in this plate. So what I'm going to do now is go and wash the chopping board and wash this chicken, wash it, because I'm going to cut it. But I don't want to use the same side that I use for the pepper for the chicken, and I'm going to wash the knife too, to prevent cross-contamination. I'm just going to cut it into, not too thin. I don't want it into thin strips, just like medium size, like so, this size. That's how I'm going to cut it. So I finished cutting the chicken. As you can see, I didn't cut it thin. I didn't want it thin. I'm putting it in this bowl. So the chicken has been washed. So I put a teaspoon of Badia complete seasoning and a teaspoon of salt. I didn't want to put too much because remember I'm going to put soy sauce later. So now I'm going to put some cumin. This is good for chicken. So I will say about a teaspoon as well. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon of oil. So I'm going to use my hand to massage it in. Now I'm going to put this in the air fryer. So before I put it in the air fryer, I'm going to also add some chicken. Sorry. Let me take another one. A clean knife. I'm putting some onions and some Scotch bonnet just to give it a bit more seasoning. And finally, soy sauce. Just a little because this is dark soy sauce. I'm putting a teaspoon, that's it. Because a little goes a long way. Don't need too much. So I'm massaging it. And I'm going to put it in the air fryer now. So I'm going to be putting it for it's going to be cooking on 170 temperature for about 30 minutes until it's nice and brown. And then I'll be taking it out. So the water is boiling, so I'm putting a bit of salt. I'm going to put my noodles in. I'm just looking at these noodles. I don't think one is going to be enough, so I'm going to put another one. So I'm going to use half more. So that it will be enough for everyone to eat. Because this is our dinner on this Easter Saturday. So what are you guys eating for Easter? What did you guys eat? I'm just going to leave that to boil till it's al dente. I don't want it properly cooked, like half cooked. Then maybe in about 5 minutes, then I'll switch it off. I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil so it doesn't stick together. So I'll leave that. It's not cooked yet. I want it not fully cooked, because if you make it fully cooked, it will be soggy in the chow mein. So just half cooked, and I'll be switching it off. So it's ready. It's al dente. Okay. It's not too soft, so I'm going to be switching that off. So I'm ready to make the stir fry. I'm putting my wok on the cooker. I'm adding a bit of oil. And for this recipe, I'm using rapeseed oil. Two tablespoons. Actually, I'll make it 2.5 tablespoons of oil. So I'll leave that to get hot. And I'll add my garlic and ginger paste. Wok, you have some 2 tablespoons of oil and garlic and ginger paste, which is this. So now I'm going to add my onions and pepper. So in here you have onion, the white bit of scallion, and habanero pepper. That's it. I'm going to let it be translucent a bit. I don't want it to burn, just a bit softer. and I'll start putting the rest things. So now I am adding salt. I am adding Badia seasoning, 2 tablespoons of Badia seasoning. I'm adding mixed herbs, 1 tablespoon of mixed herbs. Now I am adding my noodles. So I've put all the noodles in, and I put a bit of the noodles water to give it a bit of moisture. So I'm going to give that a good mix before adding the rest stuff. So now I'm going to add my chow mein sauce. I'm going to add the 2 of it. I'm going to add the next one because I like my chow mein very saucy, lots of sauce, not dry. I don't like dry chow mein. So I'm adding the second one. I'm going to add my sesame oil. I'm adding a tablespoon. Then I'm also adding dark soy sauce, a tablespoon. Actually, let's make it 2 tablespoons. So the dark soy sauce will give it the dark color. I like my chow mein a bit dark. Sometimes I like it light, it depends. But this time I'm making it dark. So let's taste for salt. So I added a teaspoon of salt because the salt was not enough. So I'm also adding sweet chili sauce. Two tablespoons of sweet chili sauce. Unfortunately, this wok doesn't come with a lid, so I'm happy to use this to cover it. So I'm going to let it steam up for about 5-10 minutes. So now I'm ready to add the veggies. So I'm now adding the washed veggies. So the veggies are pre-cooked. So that's why I bought them. They're actually basically steamed veggies. So they're half cooked. So I'm just going to leave them to steam in the noodles. So I'm going to cover it and let it steam up for about 10 minutes. Then after it has steamed up, then I'll add the chicken. So that's the chicken from the air fryer. It's nice and brown. So I'm putting it in the noodles. So I've put the chicken, and our chow mein is ready. Look at this deliciousness in front of you. Oh my god. And here is the noodles, guys. chow mein stir fry with in all its glory. I'm just sprinkling some spring onions or bouillons, scallions, sorry, bouillons. Oh god, okay. And there you have it, guys. Special stir fry noodles, special stir fry chow mein with my own twist on it. It's got veggies, it's got broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, spring onions, chicken, all the spices, everything you can think of is inside this thing. Everything you can think of. So guys, if you like this video, please give your girl a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.